Hi everyone. It's been a roller coaster 3 weeks of ups and downs, so it's probably going to be a long video today. I'll try and keep it quick. As you can tell, my cold has cleared up, so I got through the virus and I got through the cold, so it's all gone now, thank goodness. And the sun is shining today, it's so lovely. Okay, I'll get on with what I have finished. There's only really a couple of things I've finished. One of them I have a little thing to add, but I'll show you in a second. If you remember these little cushions, the things arrived and I stuck them on. They came with some glue on them, but I felt once I stuck them on, I felt like, you know, they're just going to come off. So I put a bit of glue on top of the stickiness. So this is the teddy bear one, which I really like that one. I think it's cute. So that's the little teddy bear cushion. And this is the kitty cat one. And that's up close. And there's the little kitties. So yeah, I think they're really pretty. The recipient has cats, so I think they will really like these. The other thing I finished, which is that there's actually two of the same item, but one of them I have sent off. So I do have a picture, but it's the same as this, except the finished one has buttons on it, which was the bird buttons. So it's just another case, my pattern I created. For the buttonhole, I watched the tutorial on YouTube on the Darmore's channel on how to do, I think it's a vertical button. So yeah, I really like these two colours together. So you know I use this floral yarn quite a bit. I'm using up all the yarn I have so that I can like de-stash. So the items that I make, and I'm just going to use all my stash yarn up. I did say I wasn't going to buy any more yarn, you know, until I get rid of quite a bit. But to be fair, I have used up / gave away a tub and a half, so I think I've decreased quite a lot. But all us yarn lovers know we can't say that we don't want to buy any more yarn, because like, you're obviously going to buy more. I'm not sure what buttons I'll put on these, if just plain ordinary buttons or novelty buttons. Just wondering what that is poking out the back. The yarn, the green yarn here is Patton's Fab DK, and the colourway is Fern. This floral yarn is from a local shop. I wouldn't say it's a yarn shop, they pretty much do like everything, but this floral yarn is called Wonderknit, and there is other colourways. There's the usual lilac one with the blues that I use. There's this, I don't know if you would call it beige and tan. There is a yellow version, there's like a dark lemon with light lemon. There is a pink colourway, it's kind of like a peachy pink. And there is a blue, but it doesn't really knit up like the purple and beige. And the purple and beige, I feel are the best colourways because they show up the floral better. Because like it's like dark and it gets a bit lighter, but the floral stands out more. With the lemon and the pink, well, the pink does show up a little bit. The lemon, it's kind of like the lighter the colour, the lighter you can't really see the floral, if that makes sense. But there's the beige, the purple, the pink, the yellow, and I think the blue is the last one. There might be one more. If you aren't sure, you can go on to my stash on Ravelry, and if you click on the title of the yarn, it takes you to, is it a category you call it on Ravelry? And you can see projects, news, other people's projects. that have used the different colourways. Unfortunately, my local shop that I get this from doesn't seem to have it in stock. I don't know if they've taken it away, but luckily I can buy it online, so if I want to buy more I'll just get some that way. The only thing is you have to spend so much in order to get free delivery to here in Northern Ireland. If you don't spend a certain amount, for some reason it's like £37 for delivery, and I don't understand that, but hey ho, if you spend the low amount that they say, you know, the postage is free, so it'd be the best option. Okay, that is my finished items. The things that I am working on, the unfinished objects, is, now if you remember, I knitted Jack's body. Since then, I finished his legs. Now they are very long, so that's how long they are. And I managed to get one foot, and then I ran out of the black yarn, which is a bit pants because he only has 1 foot. For his legs, I had, do you know what, this is so stressful, this project, and I know, like, if the project is going to be stressful, just don't carry on with it, because knitting and crocheting is meant to be fun. It's meant to be your hobby, like, but it's one of those stressful challenges that you do want to, like, overcome. I've been saying for months, I really want to overcome this challenge, so it may take a long time, but I am going to do it. Even if it takes all year, it will be worth it. So, as I was saying, for his hips and legs, it had taken me weeks of just sitting staring at a picture of it and sitting working out calculations on how I could, like, do his legs and hips, or his pelvis even. See, it would be easy enough if you were just doing plain black, but if you actually look closely, Jack wears a pinstripe suit. So, that's what was kind of the tricky part. So, in the end I just gave up in the end and thought, you know what, I'm just going to knit 2 long tubes and seam them together. So, looking up closely, you can tell it's 2 legs, but I've only seamed it so far because it's meant to represent his pelvis. Hopefully once I make his jacket, I'll kind of cover the back up a bit. So I know his legs did turn out a wee bit longer than I had planned, but I sat and worked out calculations wise from his shoulders to his leg, right? 2/3 of his body is his legs and pelvis, and 1/3 of it is his torso, which is this bit. So he is meant to have really long, thin legs. So I kind of tried to make his pelvis a wee bit wider with stuff in it, and his legs a bit thinner. So I don't know, what do you guys think? That's all I've got done so far, because as I said, I ran out of the black yarn. I don't think I'll be buying it anytime soon. I might leave it for a while. Might put Jack on the bench. I'm hoping to give this to Karen for her birthday or Christmas, because she's a big fan of The Nightmare Before Christmas and Jack Skellington as well. There seems to be a lot of fans of Jack Skellington. So, I know Z. Hi Z. You're a big fan of Jack Skellington, and so is Pam. Hey Pam. I know you are all big fans of Jack Skellington. But I am writing down this. This is all my own pattern. So, You can tell it's not perfect, but hey ho. Forget what I was going to say now. His arms is probably going to be very long. I don't know how I'm going to work out the jacket because, again, as he's wearing a pinstripe suit, you know, you have to, you know, work with the black and white. I actually tried to do Fair Isle with the pinstripe. I did a wee swatch and it wasn't really working out because the pinstripes are so thin, and then it's like a wee bit of black. The white would end over here, and then when you went to go with the black you had to do a big long float, and then when you tried to knit with it, it was really tight, so that didn't work out. But I think he's looking okay so far. So he will definitely be a long-term project this year. So, moving on, the next thing that I have started, I was trying to think of something that I could do since I ran out of black yarn when I was working on Jack. I decided, because my niece's birthday is coming up, I'll make her something. I don't know if I'll make her a few things or I'll just stick with this. But I'm making her a big butterfly teddy. So this is the body I've done so far. And the yarn that I'm using is the Stylecraft Chunky in the colourway Meadow. Barry actually got me 2 balls of this for my birthday last year, so it is a very big body, but like I said, I'm making it kind of big so she can like carry it around and whatnot. The yarn is very soft. It's 100% premium acrylic, so it's very, very soft, like the Yarncraft Chunky that I use for Jack. This Stylecraft Chunky and the Yarncraft Chunky are actually now my favourite yarns. So, some of the colours in the Stylecraft Chunky is very beautiful. So, I don't know if you can get it in the States, but I know in the UK you can get it. It is so beautiful. You should definitely check it out. That's the body finished. I haven't done any of the head bits. I'll do that last. For the wings, what should I show you first? I'll show you this. For the wings, I attempted something, which I'll show you after this. I'm just going to do the wings stripy, using different colours in the Yarncraft Chunky. I'm picking nice bright colours, so I've started off with like candy pink, as Barry called it. It's really lovely and it's nice and thick. So, it kind of looks like the Red Heart Yarn Super Saver. I think they call theirs candy pink. This is a lovely. There's kind of a glare with the sun. See, it's kind of rainy, but the sun's breaking through the clouds, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's the best thing. I'm going to do thick stripes, like a big rectangle, and then I'm going to fold it in half and shape it. It's not going to be like a round butterfly wing, it's going to be something different. So I started that last night, I think. Check, is that everything? Yeah, that's everything. Right, there is a new, well, I wouldn't say section, but there's a new bit I'm going to call new things, ... then whatever it is. So there's the craft wise bit, and then there's the out and about bit. So craft wise, I'm going to show you things that I have tried something new craft wise. Does that make sense? I tried everywhere to find a knitting pattern for butterfly wings, and really there was only like 2, maybe 3 options. One of them I couldn't really do. Looking at it, I really couldn't do. The other one I found on Lion Brand, and it's called, I had to write it down because it's kind of long. I can't remember the exact long word, but it's a butterfly motif and it's on the Lion Brand website. Now, I know there's loads of ends to weave in, but if you can make out it's like an 8 shape, the number 8, right? That's meant to be the bottom bits of the wings. So you've got the two. Hold it in the middle. That's meant to be the two round bits, and I used the Yarn Craft Chunky in the mauve, I think you pronounce it as, the purple colourway. That was the end bit, and that was really easy enough, surprisingly. I was actually found that how easy that was. It's whenever I got into the top part of the wings that I got stuck on. And I'll show you now. They aren't very clear to look at, but I had to take them off the needles. I haven't frogged them or anything, but that's the top half of the wing, so really, you know, I haven't worked down and then attached the bottom bits. What it was, I know it does it. I got down so far, and then there was a part where it says about joining them. So I knitted the first line according to what the pattern said. And then there was a bit that didn't make sense and I got stuck on, so I sent Lion Brand a title of the pattern and what bit I was stuck on, and I'm waiting on them getting back to me, but I'm stuck on it, so I couldn't finish them. Oh, excuse me. So I didn't get finishing that, but at least I tried something new. So the other thing that I have tried, if I can find it, I'm actually really excited that I was able to do this. So those on Instagram will know because I put a picture up last week, I think. Drum roll, people. I had to go at crocheting. So the yarn that I used is called I Love This Yarn, and the colourway is Irish Hills. The lovely Emily, who is crochet.net. Hi Emily. She sent me this for Christmas, so I had to go using this because it was a thicker yarn and I didn't want to practice on a thinner yarn just for having a go. I thought with the thicker yarn it'll be easier to manoeuvre, and then once if I got the hang of it, then I'll be able to work with a thinner yarn, if that makes sense. But this is the stitch known as single crochet. Apart from there, I forgot to go fully along. I went backwards. I think it turned out okay. So I used the 5.5mm hook, which Barry lent me, and that is a US size 9. I looked up the size before I started recording. So I love the texture of this yarn. It is like, it's so soft, and then whenever you crochet it up, it's like a different texture, so it's really cool. So yeah, that is my single crochet swatch. I think with more practice I could definitely do the single crochet stitch. It's just remembering the yarn over before or after. So it's also trying to get the hook in and out of each stitch. I think that's what my problem is with crocheting. The next one that I attempted, and it's actually the last one, I didn't have a go at any other ones after this. This is, what do you call it? Is it the double crochet stitch? Now this one didn't turn out so good. And there's the other side. I think what it was is I didn't count my stitches, so I don't think I went in every single stitch at the bottom, and then as I went up I just randomly stuck the hook in anywhere really, and I think that's how it has become shorter at the top. The cast off I watched Mikey from the cast off crew on how to bind off or cast off, and I couldn't believe how easy it was. It's much easier than binding off whenever you're knitting. So yeah, kind of looks like a little cape, you know. Using ta-da! Nope. But yeah, that is my new craft adventure. It definitely takes practice, because obviously knitting takes practice. But in the meantime, I really enjoy, you know, the crochet hooks and hooking, I think you call it. I really enjoy sitting doing that, but at the meantime, I'm pretty much used to knitting. But I will keep practicing. Someday I'll be able to make something, you know. Right, what's next? Okay, new things out and about. Everybody pronounces things differently, but we always say out and about. Or do we say different? No, it's out and about. Okay. I have some things of around my area that I would like to show you. I hope you like it. I'll start off with the gym. I am still going to the gym. My dad comes in with me because I'm still, you know, working on going in by myself. You know, he drops me off now at the gym the past week, I think. You know, start off he would sit in the gym with me, and then he would sit down in the cafe nights. He's dropping me off, but I'm still feeling really anxious, and you know, like yesterday I actually thought, like, you know, I have to go home, but I tried to see if I could push myself a little bit, and I managed to stay in the gym. So the past 4 weeks I have lost 3 kilos, which is almost 6 pounds. I'm really chuffed with that. I get weighed again on Monday to see if I've lost any weight this week, but I'm really chuffed with that, you know, so I'm going to keep at that. The next thing is pictures. I managed to take some pictures while it was lovely and sunny. I can't remember if it was last week, but I will put them in now, and they are of what the antrim form is. It's like, what would you call it? It's basically, it's a building, and you can do sports and swimming, and the gym and all's there. It's kind of like, it's a form basically. The first few is of what the scenery is like beside the forum, and then the front of the forum. The second lot of pictures is what I look at whenever I'm sitting on the exercise bike, because the big windows are right in front of it, and it's looking out to the castle gardens and grounds. The gardens is further on in the grounds, so I wasn't able to get a picture of that, because like obviously I'm in the gym. So that's just of the start of the grounds, really, right beside the main road, which is across from the town, if that makes sense. Because you've kind of got the town, then the road, then the grounds, so it's kind of, you know. The big tower that you'll see is part of a castle that went from Antrim all the way down the road to Randallstown. I'm not 100% sure how many miles that is. I think it might be 10 miles. Not 100% sure. It was a big long castle, and then over like many years ago, and then obviously over time, you know what happens anyway. But that tower is part of the castle. Then one of the many gates that went into the castle is across the road from the Antrim Forum. I think they call it the Barbican Gate. If you are interested, please feel free to comment. and I'll see if I can get a picture and show you it next time. If you still want to see any more photos or are fed up with hearing about the town, again, let me know, don't mind. See, I'll pop them photos in now. Or the forum even. There's like a wee wall of like leaflets. I think they call it customer information, but I seen a couple of showing places around the town and around Northern Ireland in general. I picked a few up of each of them because I'm going to send them to some of the recipients, but I hope they like them and I hope you like them because I'm going to show you them. I thought it was the best way to kind of like show what all's here. So I'll try not to take forever and bore you all with them, so I'll try and be quick. Right, first of all, there's this one. It's called the Heritage Trails. That there is at the bottom of the town. I was actually in there yesterday getting postcards. This is called the Old Courthouse, and it used to be a courthouse. I don't know when it closed down, but that used to be the entrance to the courthouse apparently. And these are the shops. So that shop right there is a shop called DV8. I don't go in there because it is kind of expensive, but it's not my kind of clothing shop, but it is other people. That's a tunnel that goes down to a bridge that goes over the 6 Mile water, and that is basically a long river that goes for 6 miles, and it goes all the way into the loch. Right, up a bit, if my fat finger isn't coming up, see that wee shop there right in front of my finger? That is Iceland. They do frozen food. I think Jan Crothers just said about them. That there is the castle centre. It's basically like a big shopping centre. That building there is a bank. It's called Ulster Bank. That is the bridge going into Randallstown, and that's the 6 mile part of the 6 Mile river. I showed that picture in my video that was a few months ago, showing like around the place. Pardon me. Right, I'll try and be quick. Oh, there's a picture. That's what I was in yesterday. That's the tourist. You come in the side of the courthouse. That bit's the gift shop, and then beside it is the cafe. It's all one big room. Here's a picture of Clockworthy House. Now it's in the castle grounds, so you can drive into it. It's like a big, the castle walls, or else the council built the walls, I'm not 100% sure. There is walls that run the length from Antrim to Randallstown. There is a big part of Shane's Castle, which is the castle that I was speaking about. It's right beside the opening in the Randallstown. It's still built. I haven't been in myself, but if you want to see like the front of what the castle used to be like, all the original stuff's there. You just need to drive the Randallstown. This is a little bit of what the, there's a glare. I hope you can see it. The gardens. Can you see it? I hope you can see it. Because the light's bouncing off my iPad screen here, so I can't see if you are seeing it clearly. Ah, here we go. This is what one of the there's quite a few ponds and lakes in the castle gardens, or castle grounds, sorry. But I don't know if they're still there, because apparently the whole place has got renovated. But that's what one of the lakes used to think. I always walked around that. I've been around that loads of times. And that's kind of a map of the whole grounds. So as you can see, it is very big. See all that dark green bit? That's the whole ground, so it is very big. And trying to, do you see that wee round oval bit, and then that big long bit, and then I'm trying to look. See that oval bit and that big long bit? That's two of the ponds. I think there was more, but like I said, I think they renovated it. I'm trying to... Ah, there we go. Right. This is the road going to Randallstown. And this big long road's the road I always go down with my mum when I'm going to the Antrim Forum. The forum's away down here, so it's a big long road. You know, so it is very big. Ah, there we go. There's the Barbican Gate I was just talking about. It's very dark. Can you see it? That's the gate at the bottom of the town beside the old courthouse. Oh, and there's another picture of the old courthouse. If this is boring, feel free to fast forward it. I just thought it would be cool to show you. That's Clockworthy House in the castle grounds. That church is across from the grounds. It's right at the corner. You go round a roundabout, and that church is right at the corner. Right, this here is actually at the bottom of my street. It's, we call them housing estates, but I think in America they're called blocks, maybe. At the bottom of this estate, I think maybe, I'm no good with miles. For me, it would take 5 or 10 minutes to walk down, but for anyone else, I think it would be shorter. You just walk a couple of streets. It's just down the road. And you walk into an entrance, and this here, the round tower, is there. There's a big boulder at the bottom, and apparently there's a tail which fell out the window and landed on it. And there's a dent in the stone, and I don't know if it's like meant to represent her hitting the stone or something. It's kind of gross, but yeah, that big round tower's at the bottom of the road. This shows you other stuff in Randallstown, but this is also in downtown there. It's called Pogue's Entry. And I think it's just like old cottages, maybe. You can read about it once you get this, sure. There is a shop here. It has a horseshoe shape entrance, and everybody calls it the horseshoe shop. See? And that's another church that's in the town. It's facing a bakery and the library. That's a wee bit down from the bank. This is actually pretty cool, whoever drew this, but there's the map of Antrim Town, and then you've got all the keys and telling you where things are, but that is pretty cool. That's basically my town. Well, it's not my town, but you know what I mean. Shows you stuff in Randallstown. And it shows you a map of Randallstown. And there's other areas showing you around. This is the whole Burr of Antrim, I'm guessing. Which is like the Antrim. You've got the Antrim town, then you've got County Antrim. And this is the Burr of Antrim, which I think is... I don't know actually. You know? And a wee fish for Loch Ness. This is where I am. So yeah, that's that one. This one, which I think is pretty cool. Visitor map. It opens up. It has several maps, which I'm not going to go over the whole thing. Here we go. Antrim town. Then you've got the town centre. Might not be able to see them properly. There we go. And then you've got Temple Patrick, which is another town, which is, again, I'm not good with my miles, it's out that way. Yeah, when I got this I noticed there's a wee tear in it, so I'm going to have to put a bit of sellotape on it. Which I think America they call it sticky tape. There's Randallstown and Tombridge. So again, Tombridge is also a wee town. It's thing. This is pretty cool. Here's a picture of the town centre. Now I hope you can see that clearly. Ugh, the light in his pants. Can you hold it closer? Can you see it? Right, see that wee church? That's the one I told you that was in the town. So, yeah. Barry found this one in the tour shop. And it's a big, huge one, so I'm not going to open it up, but it shows you things around Northern Ireland. There's one showing, there's a caravan park down at the loch shore. Well, we call it the loch just. It shows you around it. It's called the 6 Mile Water Caravan Park because it's beside the 6 Mile thing. We went camping there a couple of years ago. That's the loch where you feed the swans and all. Now this one Barry also spotted in the tourist place. I'll try and pick some out of it. There is loads of... Hey, look at this. I didn't know this one was here. Isn't that beautiful? There are so many forests, history, castles, manor houses, coastlines, beaches. There's everything here in Northern Ireland. I couldn't sit and name them all. There's that. But it is a beautiful place. I haven't been to everywhere. I've been to a few places. But it's definitely lovely. There's mills. I think there's a mill up at Donegal, but that Donegal's in Southern Ireland, but it's at the top. There's, I think that's in Belfast. It's called Crown Bar. If you can see it, it's not very clear. Me and my squeaky chair. Oh, look at that. It's definitely a great place to come and like visit. I've been there, the Mourne Mountains. When I was doing my Duke of Edinburgh, the practice one, we had to camp out there. I haven't heard of this place. But yeah, it's really cool. I haven't heard of that one either. Oh, my video's at 41 minutes, I better hurry up. My mum's been to here, Carrick. And basically what it is, up at the coast there's a rope bridge that goes on to like a wee bit of island, and that's what that is. The famous rope bridge. It's kind of scary to go on a windy day. I haven't been over it myself, but I was told it's scary. Now this place is really famous, Giant's Causeway. It was actually on an episode of The Simpsons, you know. It was the episode where they visit Ireland. They were going down south. I think they went to... See, the bus in The Simpsons said Dublin, but the town wasn't called Dublin. It was a place began with K. But Marge and Bart and Lisa went onto the Giant's Causeway and they were jumping about. No. That's pretty much it. Shows you places you can like camp and whatnot. I was hoping Glenara Forest would be in it, but it's not. Right. That is out and about all done. Right, I picked these up in the tour shop. So Lisa Yates, who is the Yarny Ladybug, and Amy Gales, who is known as Mingmo. If you are watching, please turn around for the next minute, because I don't want you to see these. So if you turn around a minute for me. He's turned around? Okay. Right, I picked these up for them. So some of them are duplicates, because I bought a few. There's this one. Right, that's Dunluce Castle. It's up at the coast. That is the waterfalls at Glenariff, which is near here. That's Belfast City Centre, which is the capital of Northern Ireland. This is up at the coast. And that's some just cows in a field, because there's loads of like fields here. I think that's Belfast as well. This is places around Antrim, the town I live in. So you've got the courthouse, the Barbican Gate, that you've seen because I put a picture in earlier. This is people feeding the swans, the water sports you can do here in the loch. And there's other buildings around here, and that's the round tower. And one of the many seagulls that there is here. And I got this one. And it says here it's actually 60 million years old. Isn't that scary? And there's that one. That's known as City Hall. And that's Harland and Wolff, where Titanic was built. The famous ship. Right there. Right. Am I pointing at the right place? Right. See there? The shop facing it, which would be here, but you can't see it, is the Disney store. Wonder. No, you can't see Victoria Square. There's this one. Dunluce Castle, the County Antrim Coast, Glenariff, Carrick-a-Reid, Slemish Mountain, that's up at the coast too, and that might be Portrush, yeah, that would be Portrush area, the famous White Rocks. It's called the White Rocks Beach. Okay. There's the famous White Rocks Beach there. And last one, Barry kept bugging me to get this one. Got the Titanic because it was built in Belfast. Right, Lisa, Amy, you can turn around or look again. Probably ruined it by saying it, but what was I going to say? Organize these again. Thought about two then. Oh well. So yeah, that's the postcards I managed to get. So the other things that I have bought. Oopsie. I need to get 2 jump rings because I can't really work these lobster claps, but look what I got myself. I got a wee popcorn stitch marker. Isn't that cool? Oh, stop shaking. Isn't that cool? I loved it. I thought it was really funny. This one I got for a person. It's a little penguin. Isn't that cool? I think I had to wait like 2 weeks and then coming. Right. I got new yarn. A lovely lady on Ravelry kindly sold me these. I'm about 7 colours away. 7 colorways away from having the whole collection of the Sirdar Folksong. I've decided because they're so beautiful and I don't want to waste it on something silly, because this line is discontinued and there's about 4 out of the 7 colorways are the rare ones to get hold of. They are very hard to get hold of, so they are, but I am probably going to spend the rest of this year trying to get them. I've decided that I'm going to use 2, maybe 4 of each ball or colorway to make squares, and I'm going to make myself a beautiful throw to put on my bed, but I'll take it off at night because I don't want to ruin it, because as I said, this yarn is discontinued and it is beautiful. This colorway is called Fairport and it's purples and blues, so I might do 2 balls, and in because 2 colorways I have 4 balls including this, I might give 2 of these balls to a special someone. So yeah, these are definitely my most treasured yarns, and I definitely will not be giving these away unless I really have to, or if it's a really special occasion. So I've stated that on my stash. I won't be giving these away unless, as I said. So I am on the lookout for the other colorways throughout the rest of the year. Okay. The next thing is I received a lovely gift from the lovely Amy G, who is Amy Gales and is Mingmo on Instagram. Hi Amy. She kindly got me these. What it was, Barry was running out of yarn for his blanket. The lovely Z, hi Z, if you're watching, she sent Barry them for the Christmas exchange thing with Aaron, Secret Santa, and he was making a blanket and he was running out, and I could tell he really wanted to finish the blanket, so I asked Amy if she would be able to get me some more of the yarn and send it over. And I said would she be able to get me a couple of other balls, and she kindly did it. So I'll not go into details, I'll show you. But I have something really special planned for Amy, as I've said to Amy. She got me this one. It's called I Love This Yarn, and the colourway is Hot Stripes. What made me choose this colourway was I was looking through Ravelry, and I think it was a lady made a monster, which I think is out of the knitted monsters I got Barry for his birthday, or was it Christmas? It might be Christmas. It would be Christmas because I got him the fleecy yarn for his birthday. I got him it for Christmas. It's by Rebecca Danger. I seen a person had knitted a monster out of this colourway, and I absolutely loved it. So this is what made me get this. So I thought, since I've got rid of loads of yarn and used like a tub and a half, I've decided I want to make one out of this. And I think it'll be really pretty. So I can't wait to get making that. I think I'll make it around maybe August time, because it's kind of like summery. So I'll be using that then. The other one she got, now I knew instantly what I wanted to do with this one as soon as I seen the colourway. It's called I Love This Yarn, and the colourway is Fantasy. So I am going to be making a unicorn out of this. So, yeah, the first thing I seen was a unicorn. Before I buy any yarn, I always look up online what it's like knitted up. So the yarn may look lovely, but if knitted up it might not look so nice. So take a breath. I looked up before I picked any colours. So the next one she got me was the was it pastels? Yep, pastels colourway. Isn't that lovely? Now this is the only one I don't know what I'm going to make with. So it is so beautiful, the colours. I might make my niece or nephew something. I don't know yet, but it is so beautiful. So now this was a surprise. So she got me one of these. I have never heard of these. Barry says he's heard of it, but I haven't. The bird reminds me of, you know, the Twitter symbol, but I absolutely love this cup, and it has a straw, which is a total bonus, because when I'm sitting knitting I can set it beside me. So it's filled with the Peep Sweets. Like I said, I've never heard of them, so I'm looking forward to trying some. I don't know if they're marshmallow, but they're like little birds. Can't wait to use these. It's so cool. It's like the perfect cup. And where's the others? I've dropped them all, but she also put in some Sweeties fruit chews. This one's cherry, and there's other flavours like vanilla and all. So I tried the lime one, and it was nice. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Barry got his yarn, so he's really happy. He's going to go back to his blanket. So thank you again, Amy. Before I go, because the video's like nearly an hour here, just a wee shout out to new subscribers. So there's Annette Monte. So hi Annette. There's Michelle Warning. Hi Michelle. There's Maria Wyant. Hi Maria. And there's Johnny Wizarack. Hi Johnny. I thought someone was going to come in there. So yeah folks, that is it. Nothing else really. So I will see you all soon. Bye.